So this is going to be an interesting one because it's kind of a late review. I've gotten quite a few people ask whether I could go ahead and review the Galaxy Tab S6, so I figured why not? Let's dive into it. Alright, so this is the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6. So the Samsung flagship tablet from last year. Now, I've already covered the Galaxy Tab S6 Lite, which is the lighter version of this tablet, along with other Samsung tablets. So make sure to check those out at the end of this video. But anyways, let's go ahead and start with the design of this thing here. It's a premium tablet, and you can tell by just looking at it in real life here, or by touching it and holding it in your hands. It has some pretty good weight to it, so it feels pretty dense and well balanced. In my case here, I went for this cloud blue, which is kind of a silverish blue, so pretty light on the actual color blue. It's sitting on that metallic back here, as you see, with at the top there a camera module containing a 13 megapixel wide and a 5 megapixel ultra wide lens here, and I have to admit, it actually takes some pretty nice pictures. Right below that, you have the Samsung S Pen charging pad, or the pen holder. On the front of the tablet here, you get that uniform style bezel with an 8 megapixel camera sitting right at the top of the tablet when you hold it in portrait mode. And that is unlike the newer design from Samsung. But anyways, pretty decent quality for sure. Now, I have tested it out with zoom, and the quality is actually pretty nice. Now, same situation as the Tab S7 and I believe the Tab S6 Lite, or was it the Tab S5? Yeah, I don't remember. Same situation where you have to make sure that the subject is well lit, right? So if the subject's in kind of a low light situation, you might get a little bit of noise. But other than that, quality in general is really nice. By the way, if this is your first time to the channel here, let's say you like the content so far, please do me a huge favor and hit both the like and the subscribe button there. I truly appreciate it, and that is one of the best ways to make a positive impact on this channel. Okay, resuming here, as I was saying, you do get all of the physical features that you would on any tablet, meaning the power button, the volume rocker, and all that good stuff. But you don't get a headphone jack on this one, although you do get additional premium features. One of my favorite things about this tablet, of course, is the quad speaker setup that you have here. It is tuned by AKG, so as you would imagine, very, very nice, very crisp sound out of this tablet. You also get the keyboard, the pins for the keyboard connector on this side here, and you get the micro SD card slot, which would allow you to upgrade the internal storage at up to 1 terabyte. And that's always a good thing because it always comes in handy, especially on a productivity tablet. It has a USB Type-C port that is capable of data transfer. And speaking of data transfer, this tablet does support DeX, right? So that DeX capability, which I have talked about on the channel before on other tablets, I believe the Tab S7, which has that. It's just such a nice feature, such a nice thing to be able to turn this into kind of a little desktop. So essentially a brief definition of what DeX, of what the Samsung DeX is, in case you don't know, would be that it allows you, or it enables you to, turn your tablet into kind of a desktop setup, right? So you could literally plug this thing into a monitor and you would have a desktop mode. Another feature newly added at the time was the introduction of the in-display fingerprint sensor. Now, I personally am not a fan of in-display fingerprint sensors because they are kind of finicky. They don't generally work that well, or they're kind of slow, but it's really nice to have it here. It's still convenient to have it there and be able to unlock the tablet as soon as you want. Again, it may not be as fast as the actual physical button, but I really do think it's convenient to have it. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the meat of things with this tablet. So when it first came out, it was the Android tablet to get because it was boasting that powerful Snapdragon 855, and that was actually the same one that I had on my Galaxy Note 10 Plus, which was such a powerful device. And before we even go further, let me tell you that the Snapdragon 855 was powerful. It still is a powerful chipset, so it's still very relevant today, and that'll be despite the new one, the 865 Plus, that is out. The one in here, coupled with 6 gigs of RAM for the 128 gigs of internal storage, or 8 gigs of RAM for the 256 gig variant, just allows you to take your multitasking to the next level. And those specs do give you the flexibility to take this tablet, or to take your productivity to just another level, right? Additionally, that DeX support, when you connect to a monitor, you are able to literally use it as a mini computer because you have a mini desktop setup, right? Given that this thing is a flagship tablet, it was literally built for productivity, and it does very well in those high productivity situations. The processor is pretty powerful, as I mentioned. It's buttery smooth when opening or navigating apps and websites and playing games, toggle in between multiple windows, apps, and all that good stuff. Performance has been just fantastic during my testing. I haven't gotten a chance to test out video editing on here, but based on the specs, you can tell that it can handle those pretty well. Now, I'm on Twitter also, and I hear quite a few people on Twitter talk about how well it does with video editing. Again, I personally haven't tried that yet, so I can only tell you the feedback that I get, right? So this thing is HDR10 Plus, and it is indeed a Super AMOLED display here, standing at 10.5 inch, so pretty much the same size as the Galaxy Tab S5e that I've reviewed last week. It does push a 1600 by 2560p for the resolution, and you're looking at 287 ppi, so it's very pixel dense, and it does have very nice viewing angle. Image quality is very nice with great level of saturation, so you have colors like red that are really deeply red and black that are really black also. It offers fantastic entertainment experience, whether it be movies or games. They all look amazing on here, especially as I said earlier, coupled with those speakers, you're guaranteed for a great experience. I tested out games like Call of Duty, like I always do with all of my tablets, Asphalt 9 also, and other games, and they play fantastic. Not a glimpse of stutter. It's a really good tablet. You get a 7040 milliamp hour battery here, which is fast charge capable. Great battery life using this thing, which is just amazing at standby time. Now, I don't generally like to guess how long it's going to last you or how well the battery life is going to do with your type of usage, because this is all subjective. With my type of usage, I mean, I can already tell you how it was with my usage. So with my type of usage, I'd like to moderate level of work or productivity. I'm ending the day with about 20 to up to 25% of that battery life. So it's very good. That 15 hours that Samsung does advertise that it would last, you could potentially hit that if you really try. Last but not least, you have the infamous Samsung S Pen here. Now, like many of Samsung's newer S Pen, this one is filled with tons of features. It's pretty comfortable to hold, although I personally do prefer when it's kind of rounded. Here it has two flat sides, but still pretty nice to hold here. Very nice for writing. You may know this, S Pens are fantastic for writing. They provide great feedback. So very nice for writing and also drawing. I also like the fact that you don't have to charge it in order to use it, just like it is the case with the other tablet pens out there. However, in order to gain access to the Bluetooth functions or the air commands, you will need to have it charged up. It attaches to the pad. It attaches to that pad on the back of the tablet, which makes it pretty easy to charge since it's always going to be back there when you're not using it. You do get access to many of the productivity features that come with this S Pen. Things like signing documents, highlighting things. It's been good for also like writing animated text messages to send to like your loved ones or your friends and all that good stuff. It's been really a joy to use it, just like it has been the case with the one on the Galaxy Tab S7 that I have here. But anyway, so here's my overall take on this tablet. This is a 1-year-old tablet, but it doesn't perform like even a day went by. The processor is still very powerful. You're able to do productivity work without any stutter or any lags or any crashes. It's still a very good flagship tablet to pick up. And that is because, of course, it does still give you access to many of the flagship features that you would find in today's flagship tablet. So essentially for me, it's still a great tablet to pick up if you can find it at a good price. So I would therefore recommend it, again, based off of your needs and also based off of the type of price that you can find on this tablet. If you could find it at a good price, I'll say go for it. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that this was informative, that it helps your purchasing decision. Of course, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to catch you in the comment section like I always do, and I'm also going to catch you in the next video, and up until then, stay safe out there.